Chopping. That's so squished. Now the beef shoulder going in. Usually this is done with like chunks of meat, but I can't be bothered with that long cook, so I'm just going to go in with some bits and pieces. I'm fully winging this. There's no rhyme or reason, to be honest. It's only loosely a chili. It is a stew with beans in it, so it's going to be more chili adjacent than regular stew, I suppose. Right, there's my big pot. I'm hoping that this will make a solid amount of food because my freezer stocks are dwindling. So we're just gonna get chopping really. There's not a lot to it. So yeah, we've got a bit of aubergine because I feel like putting aubergine in. I feel like there's a bit of fat on the beef, so the aubergines will be able to suck that up quite nicely. Got some carrots because bok needs carrots. Onion, shiitake mushrooms. They were on sale. They look good. Tiny bit of tomato that I had left over from a previous thing. So yeah, let's get on it. Let's get chopping. Onions last because I like to for myself. I don't know, we have like frozen aubergines because I don't know why. Why is my fridge just freezing all of my vegetables? I do not know. I'm gonna do 2 carrots, maybe 3 aubergines. I think the ratio is a bit off otherwise, and then the rest will be aside. I'll start with these guys, and then we shall get on. Oh! Aubergine with balls, because this guy's the one. Right. Let's go. So. I haven't like done a proper cook in ages. We are using a little sauce packet today. My sauce packet has disappeared somewhere and deep into the abyss. Where's my little sauce packet gone? Oh, no. Little sauce packet that I brought back from Vietnam. Hopefully that works. I have no idea, I've never had this before. I've only ever had this in restaurants, so who knows if it's going to be right, but all is good. I don't know why I stopped. Is it like oh, absolute carnage. Gonna go for like a fairly not too chunky dice, just because I want everything to kind of get melty and nice and kind of scoopable. Yeah, the screen. So the aubergines in. I definitely want those stewing with the beef for a nice long while, so it's nice and melty. I do enjoy putting aubergines into stews because they just kind of melt into it and you kind of can't tell it's there. But you know, adds a nice bit of body and can't go wrong with the extra vegetable matter either. Hello Izzle! Welcome, welcome. You're doing good, thank you. Still feeling a little bit under the weather, not gonna lie, but I'm feeling better. The sleep is improving, which is good. We're doing a chili-ish adjacent. Mostly chili. It's beef and it's a stew and it's got beans in it, so I'm going to call it a chili. But the flavour is going to be a Vietnamese style. Husbando is joining today. Rare drop. Good and go. So yeah. Yeah, basically this is just one of those streams where you're just gonna watch me chop for ages. I've got some beans going in the rice cooker at the moment. That's gonna be done in 11 minutes. So I'm kind of racing the beans because I kind of make the most of my time. I have a feeling I'm not going to finish chopping all these things in 11 minutes, so unfortunately, that's okay. The beans will just have to wait. Nice. I mean, nothing wrong with a frozen pizza. To be fair, I miss being able to throw in a pizza into the oven. One, they don't really do frozen pizzas here in Japan, and two, I don't have an oven that I can chuck things into, so bad times. But you know, I'm sure it's good for our health. Also, I tell myself in commiseration. This is going to be a lot of vegetables. I mean, not that that's an issue. is like many doses of veggies, which is what's required. Ooh, barbecue chicken, that sounds great. Lovely. Just powering through the carrots. Got the onions. Oh, I've got a few bits to go actually. I've still got the mushrooms and got a few spare tomatoes from another dish that I did. So chucking those in as well. Can't go wrong. It's been a very grey day today, which to be fair I've not been mad about because it means it's been cooler. This morning was so thundery and I genuinely thought it was going to be super stormy today, but actually the rain hasn't been too bad. It's kind of been on and off and not really raining when I was leaving the house, so that's all that matters really. This one, I'm gonna go in some mushrooms as well. I don't know. I don't think chili normally has mushrooms in, but I like chucking mushrooms in because it just tastes nice. Yay much? Yay much mushrooms? That is true. They are stingy with the cheese, but I guess that's good for you. There's always a silver lining for someone. I take it cheese is a you love cheese but cheese doesn't love you back kind of a situation then. Just going to do a little rough up on our shrooms. Some lovely shiitake mushrooms. They kind of went a bit crusty, as in like the ones that they were selling at the supermarkets were like going a bit kind of not nice for a few weeks, but then they're back with the nice ones, so that's really good. I think they come and go in seasons, I think, because they have like different batches and flushes of mushrooms that come through. These ones are really lovely and plump and moist, which is good. Welcome to everybody joining. Feel free to say hi if you wish or not. Come and hang out for the next hour or so while I just hack away at menu ingredients. So just finished up aubergines. We're just gonna finish up on the mushrooms. These shiitake mushrooms. Look at how like nice and thick these boys are. So nice. And then we will chop some tomatoes, and then last will be the onions before I move on to the beef. This is just kind of, so this is the stuff I'm using. I mean, this is just kind of smushed to the side, but we've got beef shoulder. So not too fatty, but nice bit of red meat. That was on offer. So bought 2 packets of that, so it's probably about close to a kilo supposedly of meat there. So I should probably use 2 sauce packets for this, not gonna lie, but okay. Maybe I will. I'll taste as I go and see how I feel. Just gonna do some chopping. I mean, this is like a measly amount of tomato compared to the actual dish, but it kind of needs using, so I'm just going to shove it in. It's a tomato-based sauce anyway, so I won't mess with the flavour. So in they go. These are meant to be like fruit tomatoes, so they are very sweet. I don't know. They've kind of accentuated the sweetness of the tomato, but not a lot of the kind of flavorfulness of tomato. So I don't know. Dropping everything everywhere today. Right, onion. God knows how long this onion's been in my fridge for, because I cannot remember the last time I bought onion. Not a good thing. Onions don't really go off, I feel. They're one of those, like, just let them hang out. They'll tell you when it's really bad, kind of a deal. Right. Let's onions are diced. Why is everything falling off my chopping board today? Right. All of my tea towels are falling off. Right. Let me move this onion. I'm just going to use this jug because I just can't be bothered pulling out an actual container. Ooh, fun, of course. You're going into summer now, aren't you? You're coming out the cold. I'm just dropping everything everywhere. I promise my counters are clean. What colour are you painting it? Or are you just restoring it to the colour that it was? Or are you repainting a new colour? It's the vibe. Right, we are just gonna put a rough chop through the beef because they're kind of big, flat slivers, kind of like stir fry kind of a vibe. So I'm just gonna use that a rough knifing just to, it will like to remove itself from the packaging. I'm just gonna get a rough knife through just so it's not like super massive bits, but it's kind of like a stew, but it's sliced really thinly so it will disintegrate quite nicely into the stew for us. I don't know, if you don't use mince, is it allowed to be called a chili? I don't know. What is the definition of a chili? Does it have, is what I'm making even a chili? Or am I just making a stew at this point? It's nondescript mystery stew. Nice, nice. We are just, well, I don't, to be fair, I'm still not quite feeling the, we're meant to be going into autumn at the moment, but, oh, why am I doing this? It's about everything. We're meant to be going into autumn, but I'm not feeling the autumnalness yet. The supermarkets and like cafes and stuff are forcibly going into autumn by like putting through their like autumn menu and stuff, but like it's so hot still. Please don't give us like cozy warm drinks yet. We still need the cold stuff. Beef arrive knifing so we've got at least, you know, some semblance of small chunk. Packet number 1 done. Just gonna the second one. Probably didn't need 2 packets to be fair, but I want to make a big batch of this, and I'm just banking on the fact that this sauce is really good. So, dangerous game I'm playing. Spending a kilo of meat on mystery new sauce packet. But you know, you like to live life on the edge. I remember I was in a supermarket when I was buying the sauce packet. I was in the aisle with this like little Vietnamese auntie, not my actual auntie, just a complete stranger. But you know, she was also looking at the same bits, and I was kind of just mumbling to myself, and I was trying to find this beef stew seasoning. And then she kind of overheard me. It's like, oh, do you want beef stew seasoning? And I'm just like, I'm looking for it too. I can't find it anywhere. And then I eventually found it was on the top shelf. So I was like, oh, I found it. It's like, there it is and stuff. And I pointed it out to her, and she's like, oh, lovely, lovely. She's like, and I was, there was like 2 brands of like packets. And I was like, oh, like, and I was kind of umming and ahhing over which one, or I was asking her which one she wanted because she couldn't reach it, and I was grabbing it for her. And she's like, oh, this one's tastes much nicer and stuff. So she grabbed this brand that I ended up picking up as well. So I was like, well, trust the Vietnamese auntie that hopefully knows what she's talking about. So I bought 2 packets, and I think it said 1 packet is like 500 grams of beef, and I've got like close to a kilo of beef, so I feel like I probably should use 2 packets, or else it's gonna have to add a lot of extra seasoning, which is probably gonna defeat the point of using a packet. So I might just use both, and I'll ask my mum to buy some more if it ends up being really good. So we're just going through again, painting. It's blue when you got it. Paint it green now. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Nice, good stuff. I mean, it's good to test your paints. You know, you never go straight into your living room walls with the new colour. You've gotta test them out, try them out, see them under different lights, all that jazz. So sounds like a great plan. Nice little summer chore for you. Almost there. Once this is done, actually get to the cooking part. Good stuff. Which car is this one? I know you said you had a few cars in the garage, didn't you? Right, it's all of our beef finally done. I just realised I should probably do some garlic as well. Can't really go wrong with a bit of garlic in these things. Beef board. It's probably like not a good kitchen practice, but I can't be bothered washing my hands. don't really. Do I even have any garlic? That is the question. That is a good question. Garlic anywhere? Oh, we do. I'm a bit crusty in the back of my fridge. Let's nice skyline. Can't think of what that looks like off the top of my head, but rings a bell. So breaking into the garlic for the first time is always very difficult. Oh my god, I just fully snapped it in half. I didn't want to do that, I just wanted a couple of cloves. I do not want to put half a head of garlic into this recipe. As much as I love garlic, but I don't think, to be fair, there's a lot of beef. I probably could do at least a quarter of a head of garlic. Oh my god, come on. My garlic is not letting me get into it. I might do like how many cloves is that? 4 cloves. To be fair, that's 6 cloves of garlic and half a head of garlic, so I might just do it. YOLO, right? Slowly peel all of this. Still very fresh. It was very crusty on the outside, but the insides are very nice and moist. 1 clove. Please, garlic, just peel for me. Please, me darling. I do not want to be fighting you today. Like the skin's super like, not papery, like the opposite of papery. It's very like moisty. So it's like almost like fabricy. Leathery? What's the word? I don't know. Come on. So it's not like ripping like it would normally. Because normally garlic skins just kind of rip. But these are like not ripping. 1989 Series 3 R31. Okay, I will look it up. I do like looking at old cars, they are pretty. I'm not like a car person myself, but I do appreciate a nice looking car. Right, almost there. Fighting my way through this garlic. The audacity of this garlic to be this difficult. And I'm really not in the mood. Okay. 5. Oh, this was a double. It's actually 7 cloves, but this one's got a tiny baby clove stuck to it. I really should have just cleaned up the board and chopped into it, but here I am, choosing the difficult way for absolutely no reason. Right, here we go. We have peeled garlic, the skins. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. One can hope it turns out okay. Right, I'm going to give these a rough chop through. I know I'm using beefy board, but it's beef and it's literally about to get cooked, so fight me. The chicken the other day was good. I used frozen chicken, so the texture was, you know, tasted like once frozen chicken. But other than that, it was great. It was a really lovely, like, teriyaki style sauce, which was really good. Yeah, nothing, I mean, how could you go wrong with teriyaki chicken and rice? You can't. Such a good staple for the teriyaki. I don't think I've ever actually made teriyaki at home before, because it's just not one of those things I decide I want to cook, but it was really good. If I was going to do teriyaki, I would use the plum syrup method again, because it just gave it extra nice oomph. Now that is a significant amount of garlic. I'm just going to do a rough chop because we're going to get chewed for ages and ages anyway. I don't want to bother too much with that. Right, let's get cooking. Where to start? Let's go with beef first, because we have a lot of beef and we want to give it a little bit of pizzazz before the rest goes in. So this is gonna go in with a little bit of oil. Get that going. I might put that's a really overfilled tray of beef, so I'm not gonna risk it, because I can see myself messing that up horrendously. Just give it a little bit of oil because there's already a bit of fat on the beef, so yeah. So we're gonna do beef in batches, I suppose. I should do it properly. Nice little container up for the beef. This is got some nice pears just sitting on the side. These need a bit more ripening, so I need to put them somewhere else. Apparently these go yellow when they're very they go yellow when they're ready to eat. So they're just chilling on the side there. Over here. Right, let's season the beef a little bit, because I know there's going to be a lot of seasoning going in a bit, but I don't think I could forgive unseasoned beef being cooked straight up. So I'm just going to go in with a hefty dose of smoked garlic salt. I'm not going to really bother mixing it in, I'm just going to go heavy on top of this for the rest. Right, I go about thirds at a time. For a moment. Pick up salt. Take this time. Here. You grafted a pear tree yourself? What? I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Like, what do you graft the pear tree on? Like, what's the root stock? Ah, that's cool. That's quite nice for keeping a compact garden. I hope you can actually hear me over this, because I realise it is quite loud. little in there. Nice. Why you're got such a green finger with all your green thumb with all of your vegetables. You're a pro. Okay, that was probably a bit too crowded for actual seerage, but we carry on. Just gonna cut these bad boys out. Oh, my god. Things are flopping everywhere. Beef out. The beef's actually come out quite a nice chunk, to be fair, so I'm happy with that. Put that back on high. Fair enough. I mean, you make it sound really easy. I'm sure there's a lot more pizzazz that goes into it than that. Right, in we go again. The rest. Yes. Extra salt. Nice. One day. I'm yet to live in a place with a garden on my own. That's not like my parents' house, so I'm yet to venture to the outdoors with my plants. I've had many a house plant, but that's a better fear. I don't think I have the pan hot enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through and finish the sear on these guys, and then we'll go through onion garlic paste and stuff. Yeah, I can imagine. I feel like I'd have one of the first things I'm gonna have when I have a house with a decent enough garden is chicken. I would love to have chicken. It's so polar opposite of you. I want them eggs. Right. I used to stay at a friend's who had my chickens at home, and my god, I loved having fresh eggs on demand at all times. And they were the world's best eggs. They just hit different. I mean, that's probably still pretty solid going. Right, and we go with our onion. Back on. Realize that was not on level. Just gonna zhuzh a bit more because the beef's taking it all. Everything's trying to fall off things today. Just gonna go and put a tomato paste as well. Japan really sells tomato paste in these tiny tubes, which I find very depressing. But when I went back to the UK last week, I nearly bought a tube of tomato paste because, you can just regular tubes of tomato paste they don't sell here. They only sell them in like tiny portion packs because nobody uses tomato paste in Japan. Which is, you know, convenient and all, but I'm like, what if I need like just a massive chunk? I don't want to be opening like 10,000 packs of tiny single-use packagey things. What's wrong with the tube? Usually, I'm just gonna have a little cook up, turn it down, and add our garlic in. It's like a solid 6 or 7 cloves of garlic in there. Go for a minute. Yeah, I have decided I'm going to put 2 packets in because I don't want it to be flavorless, and I'm making a big batch, so I don't want to have to like keep adjusting the seasoning levels forever and ever. So let me, and to be fair, I should probably get that beans out because it's so hot in there. Right, while that gets to know each other, move this down. We can have why did I go for the tiny tea towel? Let's go for the bigger one. Oh, it's so hot. I forgot to turn off the rice cooker, so it's been on keep warm this entire time, and that's hot. Right. A little rice cooker full of beans, tzatziki beans. I know, not the traditional bean for making chili, but I love a tzatziki bean, and I prefer my beans small. I'm just gonna remove the bay leaf. I'm sure that is well and truly cooked out. That's basically par cooked. Basically one cycle, one rice cooker cycle of beans in water, or like par cook them. Kind of just, you know, like how you'd get beans in a can. I feel like it's like just shy of beans in a can consistency. So once you, by the time you kind of pop it in a stew and let that go, that's basically perfect amount of stewage. Putting in spare tomatoes. And up a little bit because we're all kind of falling down a bit. It smells absolutely amazing just from onions and tomato paste and garlic. So I'm very excited for the rest. Oh my god, everything's trying to throw itself off the counter. Yeah, this is just the packet that I'm using. It's just literally Vietnamese beef stew sauce packet. So the instructions actually told me to like marinate the beef in this sauce, which I neglected to do because this is usually like fatty beef. But and then there's like 2 different like methods of doing it. You can either make it like a red wine stew or like a stewed beef. So let's go in the packet. Oh, this brings me back. It smells so good. If you've never been to Vietnam, you would have probably like come across this at least. It's not as like common as like pho, but it's so good. It's like that red beef stew. And every now and again I just miss it, you know? going in my veg. I'm hoping everything makes it into this pan. Get to know each other. This is going to be a tropical stew. So, it's all gone in. You can probably see lovely colour on this. I mean, the pan's way too crowded for the vegetables to get any sort of colour on in this state, so I'm just gonna let that hang out for a second and then go in with our beef and beans. I added a bay leaf to the bean. What's went in? I've just put 1 packet of my thingies in so far, sauce packet in, and the veg. And I'm just about to add the rest. It smells so good. What's actually in this stuff? I've never actually really. Water, oil, salt, sugar, lemongrass, onion, garlic, shallot, tomatoes, curry leaves, coriander, chili, ginger, cinnamon powder, sour anise, clove. That's probably the tail end. Cinnamon, the sour anise, and clove is probably what makes it like super fun. It's a very Vietnamese. Do this. So good. Right. Let's go in with our beans. Well, just juice and all, because it can't hurt, surely. There we go. And then, to be fair, I should have probably taken the beans out sooner because I need to cook rice. I haven't got any rice going today, so I need to put that in. I'm gonna go in with the other packet as well, because will it be spicy? Let me try. Not really. I may add a bit more chili. Like, if you listen really, really carefully to your tongue, there is chili in there. Oh my god! I just taught this in the most genius way. What is this? It's okay. Enough to get this out. But I may add a tiny bit more. But it's very well spiced. It's got a lot of different spices in, so it is spicy in that sense, but not hot spice. It's not a chili spice. This one. So it's a very easy to like dish. I feel like I've fully not followed any instructions in making this. Like the only like similarities between this and what I'm making now and the original dish is like the fact that it's got beef and carrots in it, and everything else is kind of just me winging it. Going back in with our beef. See, to be fair, I feel like I might just have enough liquid. I might just have to top it up a little bit, but the bean juices and the beef juices might just be enough to kind of hold this together. Obviously my mushrooms and aubergines will release some water as well, so I might just put a lid on it and see what happens. Just stir this through fully. That is a full pot of something. I can tell it's gonna be good already. Right, let's smash that down as much as possible. And let me put a lid on it because you want to keep as much of that moisture in. Ah! I forget this lid is off it. This pan. Plate. Job's a good one. Just gonna let that come to a simmer and then I will turn it down and I'll let it cook. The rice is going to take half an hour to cook, so once I get the rice on, that will probably be, but put my glasses down. Once I get the rice on, I'll probably hang out to chat for a bit, and then I will probably head off so I can go sit, because I am still so tired. I don't know why. Like, it's been days since I got back, so I have no idea why I'm still so tired from this trip. But clearly, youth is not on my side anymore. I feel like previously I would have been like recovered on the first day. But alas, I am not. I feel like absolute shit. So let me just wash this up. Clear this of bean juice. Now I'll cook some rice, and then we shall continue. Food for days. Well, I'm hoping it's good food for days, because my freezer is looking suspiciously empty. I've kind of cleared out most of my supplies, so I'm glad to have something back in there. That's one thing. Like, after we came back from the UK, like I didn't have any food supplies. So I'm just like, there's nothing I could throw in. Well, I had a few things I could throw in, but nothing. No variety. There's only one thing I could throw in, and I didn't want to have that all the time. So I'm gonna do 2 cups of white rice and a cup of black rice, as per my recent that means not enough in there. Okay, I'm gonna have to open another bag. One bag done. Good thing I have another. Wait, oh, listen ring, let's turn you down. Let's do you for like, let's give you like 20 minutes to start with. Enough, I have another bag of rice. I would start to be Asian if I could let the rice supplies die out. I'm glad the rice prices have gone back to kind of somewhat the same. They're not back to what they used to be, but at least they're not like ridiculous anymore. Like, for a while the rice was probably like just as expensive to buy overseas. Like the rice I used to buy when I was back in the UK was like starting to be cheaper than the rice that you could get in Japan, and that was just ridiculous. So I'm glad that debacle is settling. Right, 2 cups of white. I like to wash the white rice first, because it tends to be quite a lot cloudier than the black rice. The black rice, because it's like custard, there's no residue on it. So I have to wash it an excess amount of time. Rice washing, not that anybody asked for it. First wash. Some people will scold me for not using my hands to wash the rice, but you know what? Let me be. I don't want to be sticking my hands in a bowl of rice. Wet rice. I almost feel like I have nails. I don't want hand juices in my rice. Maybe it's just me. I'm gonna go in with another cup of black rice. I'm probably like about halfway done on this bag of black rice, so I'm gonna have to set my eyes on stealing another bag. Borrowing another bag from my mother when I get home, which conveniently is next week. So watch this space, see if my rice heist is successful. Last wash. Hello. Yeah, I'm just lazy. I don't want to put my hands in the rice, so I just use drumstick. That is why. Yes. Don't we all borrow stuff from our mothers? We return it in childly love. Right. Wash that. Look at that. I find this so, I mean, this is probably not the most appetizing looking. Hello, hello. Hi Phoenix. Welcome, welcome. You kind of just caught the tail end of this. I'm about to put some rice on and probably be done very soon. But who knows, I might hang around to chat for a bit. I've literally, let me just give you a very quick, no, let me finish the rice first. The rice needs to go on because we can't eat dinner until the rice is done. And that's going to take half an hour, so let me just, ooh, that'll do. The black rice needs a little bit of extra water, so rice going in. Beep, beep. Ah, no, wrong setting. I need to be on the quick setting or else we will not be eating dinner for ages. Right, rice is going. Back to the pot. Typical what? Typical what? Who are you talking to, Phoenix? I don't know what you're talking about. A typical you, typical me. Who are we dissing here? However, I've just realized my mic is dying, so I might need to quickly put on a new one. Uno, memento. Hello, where did the rice go? The rice just went into the rice cooker. I don't know if you heard it beep. Just give me one moment while I change mics. And we're back. Apologies. I don't know if the mic was already dead or it's just that it was fluff everywhere. Mic was dead or dying, but I saw it flash red. So, let me catch you up. Rice just went into the rice cooker. That's going to take half an hour to cook. In here, we have a little bubbling pot of stew. Which has actually got a good amount of liquid in, actually, because I didn't add any liquid. This is all just from the vegetables and a little bit of the juice that was in the beans. So let me just push that all down and close it back up. The heat is really hot now. Turn that down a because it's getting a bit too hard. Let me just fish out the packet from the bin so I can show you guys. So I bought these little packets from Vietnam when I went there 2 weeks ago. I really miss the stew a lot because you can't really get it in like Vietnamese restaurants because it's not like a really common dish. But this is a really like lovely, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a spiced beef and carrot stew that you often have with rice or with banh mi bread. And I was like, I really want to make some when I'm back. So I bought some packets. And the smell is spot on and the taste is good as well. So I only bought 2 of these packets because I wasn't sure if like this one was a good brand. And so I only bought 2 packets and I've used both of the packets here because I had so much beef. But yeah, this is what I'm cooking. This is bò kho seasoning. And so I've basically done, what have I done? Onions, garlic, a bit of tomato paste at the bottom, beef. I think I did some beef shoulder. That was just what I was on offer. So I got some beef shoulder in there. And then for veg, I've got carrot, aubergine, shiitake mushroom, all chopped up into a little nice dice in there. And I had the azuki beans. I think if you've ever watched me make chili before, I always use azuki beans while I'm here because I love a smaller bean for chili. Like I hate having big like kidney beans in my chili, so I go for tiny beans. And I have dry beans, so I was cooking that in the rice cooker. I put that in here, cleared it out. Exactly. Well, my mum never cooked this because this is one of those things that you just kind of find in the restaurants, but like in like the homey family style restaurants. So yeah, my mum mostly cooked Japanese food, not Vietnamese food. So when we want to eat Vietnamese food, we always either buy it or eat out because it's so much cheaper and easier and far more delicious than trying to cook it at home. So yeah. No, my mother cooks great food. My taste buds are based on hers. We have basically identical taste buds. Like if I find something really delicious, she finds it delicious as well. So that's all in there at the moment. Usually, okay, so real Vietnamese bò kho would be chunky beef. So it would be like, you know, stewing cubes of beef and, you know, chunks of carrot and onions, and that's it. You won't put anything else in. But today I am making my own thing. I wanted to make a chili because I wanted to use some beans out, and I wanted to just shove as much vegetables in as possible. So I just kind of chucked whatever I wanted in, really. And yeah, that sounds really aggressive, so I'm just going to turn that down a bit. Yeah, so I'm going to check this again in about 10 minutes. I'm going to check, I should probably check it now. I should probably give it a big stir, to be fair. I kind of squished everything down, but I didn't really stir it. So, as you can see, so I used like beef that was like supposed to be for like stir frying, because that was just what was, it's going to be high protein for sure. That's how I like my meals. And there is going to be a lot of it because it's like about a kilo of beef in here. So it will be many, many meals. Hot. Yeah, I just use kind of stir frying beef because like in Japan you get like off cut beef, which is like super thinly sliced. So I just bought off cut shoulder, I believe beef shoulder. That was on offer, and I kind of just run my knife through it so it was a bit, you know, smaller. And then so like this is really just a conglomeration of foods because, you know, it's not really traditional Vietnamese stew, nor is it really a chili because it's not mince, but it's a hybrid. It's got beans in it, so it is kind of chili-esque, but it's also bò kho because it's got the right flavors. It's just its own thing. And yeah, I've not added any water to this. This, all the liquid you see in here is like maybe like 50 mils or 100 mils that was in with the bean juices from when I cooked the beans. And that's it. Everything else has come out from the vegetables. So it's going to be a very flavorful stew. What did you have the other day? Let me guess. Did you have... You've either had a chili or a curry, because why would you mention it? That's my guess. A curry. A Japanese curry. That's so good. Wow. I can't wait for this to be done. It's like... It's not like chili spicy. It's like, you know, spiced. It's got lots of different spices in it. Let me pull out the packet again. I think I read the spice list. I'm just pulling my packet out the bin. So it's got... What spices has it got? Lemongrass, onion, garlic, shallot, tomatoes, curry leaf, coriander, chili, ginger, cinnamon, star anise, clove. So that's what's in there. It's so delicious. It's so like I've never tasted anything that tastes like this except for in Vietnamese bò kho. And what was I saying? Where was I going with this? I have no idea where I was going with it now. Hey, I'm on your wavelength. Curry's good. Japanese curry is good. We've got a curry chain called Kokoichi in Japan. I think it's from like Nagoya, but it's like a nationwide curry chain, and it's so simple. Like their concept is like you pick your curry sauce, like so it's like they just have different spice levels of the same sauce, and then you just add all sorts of different toppings to it to make your own curry, and it's so good. It's like it's just curry, but it's so good. Let's see. The other day, you had... I don't even know where you're from, so I couldn't even give an educated guess based on cuisine. I don't know. The other day, you had carbonara pasta. Spaghetti carbonara. Don't know. A pasta. Surely someone's had a pasta at some point the other day. How did I do? Right, 20 minutes on the rice. Have you stopped bubbling? Oh no, you're still bubbling. Good. I don't know why I read out the list of spices to you guys. I do not know. Maybe I was trying to describe the flavour to you. Not that anybody can really understand the flavours from just being told the spice. But what I am going to do is... I'm blanking. I am going to add a little bit of cornstarch at the end because it's very liquidy at the moment. Where's my cornstarch? I swear I used it the other day. Or did I not? There it is. I say cornstarch. It's not cornstarch. It's potato starch, I think, in Japan. And my trusty bottle of fish sauce in case it needs more salt. Oh, toasties. Love a toasty. To be fair, I have literally got these are Japanese loaf of bread for you. They are so pristine, aren't they? Look, like this is the standard size loaf of bread in Japan, and this is a 6 cut, so this is like the thickish one. So you can either get this in 6 slice, which is what we've got. So it's got like maybe like 1.5 centimeters, 1.5 centimeter slices, or you can get them in 8 cut, which is your standard like more sandwich slice, or you can get them in 4-cut. So those are like really thick, like what you see in like on Instagram of like the thick toasts. But I'm ready. We bought some figs the other day, so I really want to make a fig and ricotta toast because I love that combination. But literally, I went to 3 supermarkets today and none of them sold ricotta, and I was like, I swear, why is it doing this to me? Right, looking teeny. I've got quite a lot of liquid. To be fair, I say quite a lot. There's actually not a lot of liquid. There's a lot of ingredient, but not a lot of liquid. Yeah, how cool can you stuff a toasty? Like, do you have one of those like hot sandwich makers that like do like 3D toasties? I feel like those are fabulous. I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3 teaspoons. That's a tablespoon. And you do like maybe 1.5 tablespoons. Like, what kind of vegetable? Like salad? Did you put salad in your toasty? Like, what are you putting in this? And did you add cheese? That is the question. Because I got cheese. I ain't got much cheese. I got a kilo of cheese in my fridge. Gonna do a little slurry for when this is done. Love me a little cornstarch slurry. That's for when it's done. Zucchini, mushrooms, capsicum. Damn! Is it a toasty if there's no cheese? Or is it just toasted sandwich? I don't know. What is the definition of a toasty? I was literally about to say. We are sharing a brain cell today, Phoenix. I tell you. I would call that a toasted sandwich. Like key ingredient of a toasty is cheese, or something that makes it gooey and stretchy. Right. We have a boublage of stew. I'm just going to quickly turn that off so I can slurry it. Sorry, metal on metal scraping sounds. Just gonna in that goes. Just gonna give that stir through. This is a thick boy, I can tell you that. Question is, basically, as long as the carrots are cooked and like soft, we are basically done on the stew, because everything else cooks very fast. So let me just try to smush a carrot. I cannot smush a carrot. Pick a carrot, any carrot. Bread and vegetables. Okay. Are you just being down? No, it's not done. Well, it is cooked, but I would prefer a softer carrot on my chili. So there's 15 minutes to go on our rice. So I'm just gonna let this go really low simmer. I think I might have thickened it a little bit too much now if I overdone it, because it's gonna, if it cooks any longer, it's gonna be too thick. Yeah, flavor is pretty bang on. However, I have realized I have probably done too much cornstarch, so we can go back in with a bit of water. Just like a splash. Just so that it's not going to end up a paste by the time the carrots cook. I want it scoopable, but I don't want it like stuck together. Yum. Yum. How's our bean? Good bean. Just getting around tasting a bit of everything now. It's also very, very hot. Yum. God. Okay. Auntie in the supermarket did me good. This is a good packet. This was a cheaper packet as well. The other one was like, I mean, I say cheaper packet. These they were like 8,000 yen a pop. So that's like, I don't even know, 50 cents. Very cheap. Little sauce packets. And the other one was maybe like 80 cents or something. So I am very happy with my purchase. Let me submerge all the carrots so they get a good cook. I don't particularly want any water coming off this. Just a bit more water because it's thickened up again. Well, at this rate, there's another 15 minutes to go, and at this rate, it's gonna end up like solidified jelly. So meat pie without crust is fine. That's it. That's a acceptable, since it's currently meat pie without crust. I feel maybe just a bit, well, just a bit less because I've just watered down a tiny bit, but you know, it's going in the freezer and stuff as well, so I don't want it to be too solid. And also, like, I feel like when it's too thick, like, things don't cook. Like, it needs a bit of water to, you know, hold the heat and all that jazz. Because now it's just like, I've had it on the same heat this entire time, but now it's just not moving anymore. Jelly. Well, it'd be on its way to being hot jelly if I didn't add some water back in. Yeah. I'm just gonna hang out for another 10 minutes on this. I said I was gonna cut the stream once I put the rice on, but here I am, faffing with my food. And we're almost ready to serve. I don't know if you guys have seen my purple rice yet. So I'll get to show you my nice little speckledy purple rice. And I'll serve up. To be fair, chili, I think a good chili should always have a bit of cheese sprinkled on top. But I feel like this one's rich enough that it doesn't need cheese. God forbid. So that might just be me. Let me just make an attempt at clearing down. I just zoop you some chili. Can we like I feel like
there are two technologies that I wish I couldn't, like, I wish will happen in my lifetime. One is instant showers. Like, I want to be able to, like, press a button and then, like, I'm just suddenly clean. Like, I would love one of those. And then two is like, is just like, I don't need like human teleportation. Like, I can wait on that, but I need like stuff teleportation. I feel like that would that is what humanity needs. You know, just clear this down. Stuff flying absolutely everywhere. Why did I put the plastic in there? I don't know. Because I'm silly. Let that dry for a minute. Just go to the sink now. Right. That is a problem for later me. Yeah, like, I do enjoy a big long shower sometimes, but sometimes I just want to sleep, and like, I can't sleep unless I'm like clean and showered. So I'm like, I need just sometimes, you know, when you're just so dead and you don't want to shower, but you know you can't sleep without a shower, and you're just like, no, I just need to be able to like click my fingers and be clean so I can just get dressed and go. That is what I mean. Like, you know, and there's a time and a place for a good hot shower, but sometimes just can't be bothered. Oh, you're sounding too bubbly in there. Turn that down. Yeah, we're basically done. I might just use my beefy bowl again because it's only had cooked beef in, and I'm doing the washing up, so I don't need more dishes for myself. Onion, garlic, just hang out on there. Now we wait. Beep. I'm so thirsty. Where's my water? Beep, 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 beep. That is also true. Like, I don't mind like just water showers, like no soap showers. I don't mind having rinses. And this thing's just like the fact of drying yourself off and all that stuff, and like, you know, especially when it's like really cold. Like, I love having a hot shower, and then like you get out and then it's like so cold. Like, you just get to skip all of that. And then also like the opposite when you're in summer, like you have a shower, and I swear like the showers, even if you didn't have it really hot, you're like sweating as you shower because it's so hot, and you can just kind of perpetually down. I don't like that. But yeah, I'm also 2 streams away from getting Twitch affiliate. Is that what it's called? I need 2 more streams that are above 3 average views. And I have a feeling this might be okay. This one might be okay. I'll have to check when it's done. And then I have to do 1 more after that within the next week, because I need to do 4 within a month. And then I'll be very stoked. Yeah, I'm also, I don't know if you guys know, but you've seen me, you might have watched me do a couple of gaming streams. I've been playing Dave the Diver on the Switch, and no, I don't need magic. I'll just do solid work. After I did a bit of the gaming stream, I think it was Miles, actually. I don't know if you guys have met Miles / internet met Miles. He's on here sometimes. Really wanted us to play Clair Obscur, which is apparently a video game. I don't do gaming. husbando does much gaming, and he really wanted us to play Clair Obscur. But I am very shit at gaming. Like my thumbs don't coordinate in any way. So apparently he wants us to play. He plays Clair Obscur and I do the voiceover, and react to. Yeah, I've never heard of it either. Again, I don't game, so the extent of my gaming is Animal Crossing. And Dave the Diver now. I play Dave the Diver, and even Dave the Diver I was struggling with. So. But apparently it's a very cinematic game. Like, it's a very pretty game, apparently. So we're probably going to download that this weekend and give that a go. So yeah, I post all of my VODs. Husbando plays chess. Hit him up. What was I saying? Yeah, I post my VODs to a YouTube channel. So if you do want to watch me watch my husband play games, it will be over there. You can also watch me play Dave the Diver. It's hilariously bad because it's the kind of frustration of like, why can you not do this, woman? You just need to click left and right at the same time once. But no, I cannot. It took me many attempts to get through the levels. But if you enjoy watching people fail, there we go. Aren't we all? I think we're all part-time professional lazy bums, Phoenix. Right, I'm actually getting so hungry. I'm now just sipping water because I'm just trying to distract myself from the hunger, because like it smells bloody amazing. Yep, well, you'll enjoy my gaming stream then, because you just watch me fail for 30 minutes and then finally get the satisfaction of me doing the thing, and then I have to move on to the next thing. So yeah, my YouTube channel is the same name, so if you look me up, you can watch me game. Those are interesting. I need to figure out how to get the chats to be on the screen though, because I realized when I started uploading all of my VODs to YouTube that I'm just talking, and because at the moment you guys can see the chat and I can see the chat, but when I put it on VOD, it's just me, and there's no chat screen, so I'm just talking to nothingness. So I need to figure out how to get the videos to be on the screen, if that makes sense. Well, that's for me to figure out. I'll figure it out by the next one. I think if I put it through like a software, I might be able to do that. But we shall see. Much to learn. The joyous beeps of the rice cooker. Right, let's go fetch. Oh, there's a hot boy. Here we go. Oh, you can't see because the tea towel's covering most of it. It's my nice and purple rice. This is 2 parts white rice and 1 part black rice. I'm just gonna get these portioned up for the freezer now, so I can forget about it. Turn off the rice cooker when it's not got anything in it. Just gonna lift this up. It smells so good as well. Like I love like having bits in my rice. Is that weird? I don't know. I love having a bit of chew in my rice as well. I was really into my like seedy grainy rice for a bit. Like I feel like it'd be a bit too overkill if I put grains in here. Yes, the rice cooker does many things. Aside from cooking rice, actually, I just put beans in it earlier. Some people like cook cakes in it. I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure this rice cooker has, yeah, it literally has a cake function. It's bread / cake. You know, wild times we live in. It literally has a button on it. Well, like a setting on it for cake. So maybe one day, maybe I'll look up a recipe for rice cooker cake. After chicken kettle chicken, we'll go rice cooker cake. I feel like it's like less of a big deal, I feel. Right, so we're just gonna, this is my little hand dandy rice freezing containers. I love this so much. This is probably some of the best monies I've spent on like kitchen gadgets, because I feel like, you know, it's one of those like single-use gadgets. Like, it's perfected being a frozen rice container. And boy, does it do it well. Perfectly done rice every time. So yeah, I'm just gonna pack these into here. This is meant to be for like 250 grams of rice, but I kind of shove in a bit extra and do 280, and that's perfect portion for 2 of us, because I do 100 grams and my husband does 180 grams of rice. So perfectly portioned rice for us. Just gonna let that cool ever so slightly before shoving that in the freezer. And yeah, it's so good. So it's got this little like insert underneath. No one's judging your toasted sandwich. It's a perfectly valid meal to have. So we're gonna portion this out. Just means that at least for the next 2 times I want to have rice, I don't have to cook the rice, which is fabulous. Because you know what? Sometimes we don't want to wait half an hour for rice. We only want to wait 5 minutes for rice, which is how long this takes to heat up. That's too much rice. It's not gonna close. That gets a nice smush down. Over here. Oh, I need 4 containers. I probably should have invested a few more bigger containers, because I bought 2 sizes when I initially bought these. I bought the 180 gram pots and the 250 gram pots, and I think more 250 gram pots would do me good. Might go too far. I literally just been to the shop that I bought these from yesterday, this morning. Not even this morning, this afternoon. I was right next to the rice packing pots. I didn't pick more up. Fabulous. We now have a little row of rice ready for consumption. And we have the rest for actual eating now. Hello! Who are you, Thomas Two Bread? Thank you for the raid. I'm literally about to finish though, so I apologize. You just get to see me serving up.
I say that, I think I have messed up my ratios because I've got no rice left. I usually have two portions left after I do that, but apparently not. So I'm gonna have to depot this one. Put it back in here. Ooey. So now I have square rice. Just made more washing for myself. Thank you, thank you. Where'd you find me? How'd you find me? Where have you went from? From where have you appeared? Not that I'm not complaining at all. Right. I hope husband is hungry because that's now a bigger portion than usual. So there we have it. Oh, that's hot. Why did I think I could pick that up? I've literally finished. Right, main event. Stew. Let me just turn it back on so we can actually have some bubblage. So we have our little bok stew right here. Nice consistency as well. We have not gone to hot jelly. We have hit the meat pie without pastry consistency, which is exactly what we want. Smells absolutely incredible. It's probably lacking. I should have probably done some like fresh greens or something to put this on, but I put on this. But I am here for brown meals. I am not against brown meals. So we are serving up brown today. It's got so much veg in it though, so you know, it's suspiciously brown, but actually very good for you. Yeah, that's kind of it really. I apologize for the very short stream for the people who have just joined. I will, however, just quickly pot these up into my little cubey containers because things take a million years. It's probably too hot to eat immediately anyway, so things take a million years to cool down in this pot. I don't know why. I've tried before and it just doesn't. So I'm just gonna quickly portion these up into my little freezer cubes. For future consumption. Oh. This is when I don't drop a container full of stew onto myself. You know what would be the smart thing to do? Put it on the lid so it's not like flopping about. Wow, such brain cells today. So we are, for those of you who have just joined, I didn't even notice. Where was he? Was he sneaking up behind me? He does that. He does that. You'll get used to it. Right, that's 2 portions for another time. One of these cubes is plenty for two people, and then I'm going to do some single cubes. I love this container. It's got sprinkles in it. These are single portion cubes. So if ever I am away and husband needs to feed himself, he can not starve. One or two cubes of those. Probably two portions of those going in there. Again with the lack of support. Right. Oh my goodness, this is right.
I love these little silicone thingings so much. They have been absolute lifesaver. Like, I've got a tiny enough kitchen. Like, I love that I can like make big meals and freeze them, because sometimes I just cannot be bothered. It's not a particularly inspiring kitchen, so whenever I do feel inspired, I like to cook a lot and then save it for another time. Beautiful. This is actually like, I couldn't have measured it better. Perfection on the amounts. Look at that. I've got this one piece of onion that's refusing to come out the bottom of the pot. It's going to annoy me so much. Got it. Right, here we go. That's all done. That can be added to my fridge, my freezer pile over there. That's a bit hot. But here's my little containers for later. And yeah, thanks everyone for joining. We're gonna go eat now. I suppose here's the finished product. I really should have done some like chives of parsley or something, but it's okay. We'll do a reveal sometime. This is what we've got for dinner. It's an extremely brown beige meal, but beige is good. Beige is delicious. Thank you for joining. I shall see you guys probably tomorrow. I need to do a bit of food prep tomorrow, so I'll do a stream doing that. And then this weekend, hopefully, clear up skill. So, well, husband needs to buy and download it first, and we need to figure out how to like set it all up. But I need to text Miles. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good day, evening, morning, night, early morning, wherever you are. Bye.